Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are we all? Tuesday. I don't know what's going on with the weather in Exeter. A little bit dicey, but welcome. And this is Crystal of the Week, Blue Kyanite. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So in the next half an hour, I'll be showing you these pieces of Blue Kyanite. I've also got some of the big guns behind me. I might show you some of those as well. And we delve into the science part of it, the chemical formula, the Mohs scale, how it's made. Because quite a lot of people nowadays in the spiritual world, when they're teaching about crystals, they just stick to the spiritualness, not the science. And the science is so important because there are minerals, they are chemicals, it's chemistry. We need to know this for safety reasons. So good morning, Sylvia, lovely to see you here. Morning, Janet. Good morning, Kerry. Nearly put your two names together and come up with Kathy. Leslie, good morning, sweetheart. Morning, Tina. Anna, good morning, sweetheart. Yes, good morning, Anne-Marie. Sally, how are you, sweetheart? Yes, I love Blue Kyanite. It is good. As always, it is interactive. So let me know, do you work with Blue Kyanite? Have you worked with it? What did you feel like working with it? Why do you like it? And just let me know your views on Blue Kyanite. It's an interactive. I love getting you guys involved. Yesterday morning, I was blown away. I saw two beautiful grids being made after our live gridding. One from the lovely Sylvia, which I shared on Dan Rocks, and another one I saw on Anna Smith's page. Beautiful. Absolutely love them. And then last night we had a lovely interactive session. My top 5 crystals for the base chakra. And tonight we'll be looking at my top 5 for the sacral chakra. If you do miss any of my videos, if you can't make it live, my videos are always saved on Facebook or on YouTube, Dan Rocks Rockbox. So do catch up and comment, get involved. Just because you're not here the first time round doesn't mean you're missed out. So let's go down and see these buttes. Let's take away that banner. There we go. So Blue Kyanite. And I'm going to pick up this piece. All of our pieces are raw. And they come from Brazil direct. And I'm picking up this piece first because we really get the feel of Blue Kyanite, how it is formed in sheets, in blades on top of one another. Absolutely beautiful. Majority is always found around quartz. This is clear quartz that's formed around Blue Kyanite. So again, we've got the beautiful clear, and these are raw. So pieces are going to fall off. The clear quartz, they do flake off. It's nature, it's natural. So beautiful there again, seeing the structure of it. We've gone for blue kyanite because last week we started with rhodonite, and rhodonite is part of the triclinic system, the crystal system, and blue kyanite is also part. This reminds me of Pride Rock from The Lion King. There's Mufasa and Simba sitting there waiting for good old Rafiki. He was my fave. Loved Rafiki. So yes, and the triclinic system, it's where the three axes are of different lengths. So this axis is a different length to this, which would be a different length to the depth. So all three axes are different and they don't meet at a 90-degree angle. So rhodonite is part of that crystal system. So is, let's put the kyanite down and get the banner up. So part of that crystal system is also rhodonite, turquoise, labradorite, the feldspar, and amazonite. That's all part of that system. Absolutely beautiful. Also called Archangel Michael's sword, because Archangel Michael has blue kyanite in the handle of his sword. But also we've got this pearlescence of blue kyanite, which is like the mirror, that sheen that we get on swords. Blue kyanite, if it's not used in crystal healing or for showpieces, it is actually ground down, and I bet that there will be kyanite in your bathroom furniture, in your sink, your toilet. If you've got a Belfast kitchen sink, there will be kyanite in that. It is ground down and is made part of the porcelain, which I just think makes me want to cry. How can somebody grind down this gorgeous crystal? It is a special crystal. It is the only one that has two Mohs scales. So the Mohs scale is how we measure the hardness of the crystal, starting with the softest, which is talc, going up to gypsum, the calcites, ending with topaz, ruby, and diamond. And with this hardness, we get to know what we can do with it, basically. Is it safe to carry around? And what crystals you can carry with that crystal. You want them all to be around the same on the Mohs scale, because then they're not going to scratch one another. They're not going to chip or break one another. So if you're carrying crystals around, make sure they're of the same Mohs scale. And cleansing wise, we need to do that. And sometimes when we look at the Mohs scale, we look at about 5 to 5.5. 6 to 6.5, and that's because whether it's the quality of that mineral, the lowest form of that quality will be the 6. The highest, the gem quality of that mineral will be the 6.5. But here with kyanite, we have 2 different Mohs scales for the piece. The 4.5 is the length. The length of the crystal is 4.5, and the width of it is 6.5. So it has 2 different measures on the Mohs scale. No other crystal has that, and that's a huge jump. That is a huge on the scale. That is a big difference. I mean, I think the 4s. I think you're looking at around fluorite with the with the 4s, and the 6.5s. You're looking more towards quartz. So those 2 differences there, the fact that quartz can scratch fluorite because it's so much softer than quartz. So 4.5 to 6.5, there is a big difference there. It is aluminium. Aluminium is used. Oh. My mouse is being sensitive. Show that one. So it is an aluminium silicate. It does have aluminium in it. So it's not one I would put in drinking water. And also with it being raw, it won't be good to put in there because it's below the 7 mark. Between 5 and 7, some crystals you can get away with putting in water. Some crystals you don't, for cleansing wise. And for me, because this contains aluminium, no, do not put it in drinking water. Although our soft drinks come in aluminium cans, the raw form of aluminium is quite bad for us, especially if we drink it for continuous time. So do not put kyanite in your drinking water. And if you do put kyanite in water, the rawness, you'll feel it will lose that shine. It will go very matte. So avoid water altogether. Let's see if the mouse will play a game. So this is the chemical formula for kyanite. We've got the aluminium there, Al, 2 parts of aluminium to the silicon to the oxygen. So that is the chemical formula. Quite common to have aluminium in kyanite and in the crystal system, in the triclinic crystal system as well, because the feldspars, the amazonites, the moonstones, they have high aluminium content. So yeah, not something to put with water. Please don't. But cleansing wise, smudge. And because of that relationship with Archangel Michael's sword, and it's such a powerful crystal to use in protection, it doesn't hold negativity. If we visualize it being a sword, we've got that pearlescence. If anybody is sending you any negative energy, it bounces back and returns to sender. So a brilliant crystal to work with for that. And because it doesn't hold the negativity, So many people say you don't cleanse Blue Kyanite because it doesn't hold the negativity. I cleanse all of my crystals, and there'll be a couple more crystals when we go through the weeks that people claim you don't cleanse. Yes, please do. Not only does smudging, not only do I smudge to cleanse, but I smudge as a thanks, as an appreciation. It's worked for me, therefore I reward it. So no, I don't think kyanite holds a negativity. I believe that it doesn't. It does rebound, but it still deserves to be cleansed with all the others. I couldn't leave it out. It does need that cleansing. Show you some of the bigger pieces, some of the bigger chunks of kyanite I've got behind me. So spiritually, we can use blue kyanite on the throat chakra. Really good for helping us to speak our truth with clarity. Very good for public speakers, people who use their voice a lot. It is a high vibrational crystal, so we do use a lot with the third eye. Look at this, beautiful blades. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop up as well. So it'll soon be time to so it's okay. My mouse is highly sensitive. Okay. So yeah, we can use this on our third eye. With that high vibration, it is great for us to decipher messages from other realms. Beautiful to meditate with, really useful to meditate. Bring in that vibration, allowing us to sit there, relax, and bring in our psychic abilities through our third eye. So throat, third eye are the two main chakras we use it on, but we can align all of our chakras with blue kyanite. We can place them on each chakra and align those chakras beautifully. Again, for me, protection. Love to do that. Visualize that sword around you, that blade of kyanite, and nothing can penetrate. And it does work. I had a client who had a neighbor, and every time she went out in her garden, she could feel eyes on her. She could feel watched. And when she looked up, it was her neighbor looking in the window at her, and she didn't feel good vibes from it. And he was a policeman, and she didn't feel good from it. So I went over with 4 blades. I took 4 blades of kyanite, so this kind of size. Took 4 blades, and obviously these neighbors were good, but it was just the back neighbor. They had adjoining gardens, so her garden was facing his garden, and he was looking. And I placed 4, 1 at the corners and 2 near the middle, and then just visualize that going up. Within 6 months, he stopped doing it. Within 12 months, his wife left him. He lost the house and he lost his job at the police force. So, yeah, even though he perhaps didn't feel like he was at the window, he was still sending out that negativity and it was coming back to him. What you give out, you get back in return. And what he was giving out, he was getting back, and completely shifted him. And yeah, he moved house. He lost his house, moved away. So she felt a lot better and could be in her garden without the pressure of him and his eyes glaring at her. So yeah, beautiful. So yeah, anything else about Blue Kyanite? What do you guys think? Let me just go up the comments. Okay, Sylvia, not worked with them on a personal level yet, other than in my grid, but will when back from vacation. Yes, yes, work with it. Beautiful energies. Like I said, if you want to bring out your psychic abilities, if you want to work with the third eye, place a piece on there, lie down, meditate, bring it through. It's such a beautiful high vibrational crystal. I mean, somebody was saying about connection to spirit last night. Blue kyanite would perhaps be one of those crystals I would use to connect with spirit. If you're a public speaker, if you're using your voice a lot, bring in blue kyanite, especially if it's the truth that you are speaking, because it connects with the third eye and brings clarity through with your speech. Truth with clarity. Tina, is there a big difference between black and blue kyanite? I didn't know you were featuring this crystal today, and I literally just brought black kyanite. Yes, there is. Black kyanite is different, and because of its color, because it's black, we use it completely different to the way we use blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is for the throat, for the third eye. Black kyanite is for the earth star, the base chakra. So the polar opposites, but they still serve a purpose roughly the same way. With blue kyanite, I would align the chakras. I'd place a piece on each chakra. And with the black kyanite, I use that as a fan, as a comb, and just working around the aura with the black kyanite, you can comb out anything in your aura that shouldn't be there. Great after a day out. If you've been at work all day or you went into town, when you come back, just comb over with black kyanite. Beautiful. I don't think I've got any black kyanite to hand. No, I haven't. But we'll be covering black kyanite at a later stage. But yeah, there is a difference. Norma, good morning, sweetheart. Love kyanite. Caroline, I'm rubbish at commenting. No, you're not. But it's usually because I'm multitasking. Appreciate all you teachers. You're welcome, sweetheart. Kerry, wow, what a beauty. So shiny. Love them. Love these. Beautiful. Love that first one. Yes. Was it this one? This really gives you the best way of the makeup with that big chunk there. You can really see. But I love the Lion King. I love Pride Rock. Beautiful. That is Pride Rock. Anna, I haven't worked with kyanite, even though I purchased a few small pieces a while ago. I personally feel crystals come forward when we need their energy. Absolutely. Almost feel with kyanite, it can bring forward the things that have been suppressed that the person may be ready to heal. Good. Yes. Bringing it through with clarity, with truth. Are you ready to handle the truth? Then kyanite will come through. Norma, what a waste, grinding it down. Not really. It's not a waste, really, because these are minerals. These are what we use from the earth to use things with. So they're there. It's their mineral. It's what we've used for millennia to grind down, to use. I mean, majority of these minerals are in our vitamins. They're in our soil. We ground them down to fertilize. We take these tablets, antidepressants. So yeah, they are so beneficial. But thankfully nowadays we've got more things that we can man-make, that we don't rely on the natural sources. So yeah, but how awesome that I have kyanite in my sink. Good morning, sweetheart. Yes, it is. It is. Good morning, Mrs. Moody. I hope you're well. Morning, Anne. Internet problems. Oh, bless you. Videos are always stored, so you can catch me up. Anne-Marie agreed, Dan. I cleanse all of mine. You can still feel stagnant energy in ones that supposedly don't need cleansing. Yeah, I don't agree with it. And I hate it when I read things and people are like, oh, you don't have to cleanse it. Like, what? Even if I have a day off from work, I still have a shower. You know, I still cleanse myself. So the crystals still cleanse. It's yeah. Yeah. Is the kyanite okay outside in the rain? I perhaps wouldn't. I perhaps would not. Charging, because I only covered cleansing, which I'll use sound, because the vibration, the high frequency, the high vibration of kyanite would like sound, singing bowls, tuning forks, anything that creates sound. And smudge. Charging, I would go by the moon because of this beautiful blue colouring. I would go by the moon. I think the sun would be too much for it. Yeah, rain. You might see a bit of spoilage with that. I wouldn't recommend. I used to put a small bit from you in my bra for protection at work. Crack in, Norma. You get in there. Always used it for third eye, Dan. It was one of my first crystals, believe it or not. Yeah, it is quite common. It is quite common now, blue kyanite. It's nice to see out there. And that is it. I mean, a piece like this, you can pop that in your pocket. You can carry that around with you. You don't see many tumbles. I've got a gridding set. I've got 2 gridding sets upstairs that are tumbled. But pieces like this, you're not going to carry that with you. That's to stay in your meditation room, your healing room, your bedroom, and then just allow it to just give out that energy, that beautiful. I didn't know about black kyanite. Yes, you can get black kyanite, orange kyanite, green kyanite. We shall explore them all on here. We shall explore them all. That's fascinating. Thank you. We'll have to pick up some blue now too. Absolutely. I must get some blue kyanite. Definitely. I love wearing blue kyanite, especially through Mercury retrograde. Helps me with keeping communication clear. Love that, Kerry. Brilliant. Definitely. Love that. Hey, Noah, where have you been? I'm just about to say my goodbyes. But nice for you to join us. So yeah, if any of those pieces that I've shown you are, according to you, I mean, a blade that size is £2. And then we go to something like that, which is £22. If any of them speak to you, do send me a message. That's £13. Do drop me a message and I'll show you what I've got. I mean, if you want a bit of a statement piece, that is gorgeous. My other one won't come out of its... And the stands do come with them. You do get the stand as well. I mean, look at that. Isn't that lush? That is gorgeous. Let me put this down somewhere else. There we go. Don't want any crashes. No, yes. Anne-Marie, I'm using sound cleansing a lot recently, and with my bowl, the vibrations and tones get louder in certain places of my home and certain crystals, and you can feel the energy disperse and clear. Love it. Brilliant. Yeah, I love it. Even if you just go on YouTube, if you've not got singing bowls or tuning forks, go on YouTube, look at sound frequencies, and just play that through your YouTube, through your system, whether it's your phone, laptop, and put your crystals near, and that sound will do that. Looking forward to my delivery. Your delivery, Janet, should be today. I was postman Pat yesterday. Yours went yesterday, and today I'll be dropping off some more parcels. Thank you, Anne-Marie. It is amazing, Tina. They're gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Guys, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something about Blue Kyanite. Again, do rewatch. Just the main important things. It's aluminium. Don't put it in your water. Don't drink with it. Okay. Don't get it wet. It doesn't really like being wet. It goes mottily. It goes mottily. I don't even know what that is. It goes matted. We lose that shine when it gets wet. Cleanse by sound, by smudge, charge by the moon. And the mohs scale, you know, if you want to show off a bit, it's got two different mohs scales. 4.5 for lengthways. 4.5 going lengthways, 6.5 going widthways. The only crystal to have two mohs scales. But apart from that, remember, if you can't heal yourself, how the hell are you going to heal somebody else? Have a great rest of the day. Do join me if you can at 5 tonight when I talk about my top 5 for the sacral chakra. Love you all lots. See you all soon. Bye-bye. Oh, tomorrow, I just saw Norma. Tomorrow, we will be back doing our cards. Tomorrow is our crystal cards. Thank you, Norma. Drop that at the end. Mic drop.